Hi, my name is Lindsay Klinker, and I am a single woman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I work as a middle school youth minister. The single vocation is not something that I found. Rather, it's something that found me. It's something that God had called me to. I didn't sit down and pray and come to realization through a prayer that I was called to be single. Rather, it was a gradual realization that I was single and that this was a vocation and that God had a purpose for my life at this time. I'm still discerning what my permanent vocation may be. I see the single life as very transitional in my life at the moment, but I'm very open to God calling me perhaps to be single for my whole life, to the married life, or the religious life. It could be in 10 months, it could be in 10 years that I come to this realization. However, the single life is not a time of me waiting to find out what my vocation is. In fact, it is actually my vocation at this time, for as long as God has planned for me to be single. The single life is a beautiful life, I have come to discover. It hasn't always been easy to see it that way. It's very easy to look at the single life as a waiting period, as a time where, what is God calling me to do? However, I've really found beauty in the single life and trying to live out this call to love. I love my vocation, I really do. I can go anywhere or do anything that God is calling me to do at the drop of a hat. Whether this be serving on a diocesan committee, whether this be taking 3 weeks of my summer to go to Notre Dame and study for a master's in theology, or to decide overnight to take a 2-week pilgrimage to Lourdes and Madrid for World Youth Day. It has also really enabled me to put everything into my job, which I don't really consider a job, rather a part of my vocation within youth ministry. The single life does have many challenges of its own, and one challenge that I particularly struggled with a lot is that of loneliness. The single life can be a lonely vocation. It's very difficult sometimes to not be jealous of my friends who might be married and have a husband and family to go home to, or my religious friends who have a community to support them. To help with this difficulty, though, I have found that it's very important to find a community of single people to help support you. But even more so, I have found that support through Christ and through his cross. It is in Christ and it is in his cross that I find joy and strength within my single vocation. And I found a relationship that is going to be with me throughout the rest of my life as a single person, religious, married, whatever God calls me to be. So my advice to someone who is single would be this. First of all, seek Christ in that intimate relationship. He is the only one who can satisfy our deepest longings. And this is a time of our life where we really have a unique opportunity to meet Christ in that relationship. Second of all, get involved in the church. You are, again, in a unique situation where you are able to serve God in whatever way he is calling you to day by day. And we are, like St. Therese, have the vocation to love. And so by serving within the church, we are able to really love the church and love Christ's people in a way that is very unique and very special. And finally, practice daily discernment. Let Christ be the one who's leading you. Don't view your single vocation as a waiting period for a better vocation or for a final vocation, but see your single vocation as a specific place that Christ has placed you now, with a unique ability to serve his church in a way. Daily discern what he's calling you to do today, and through that daily discernment, allow him to speak to you as to what he is calling you to do the rest of your life. Thank you.